What is matter? Matter is any substance that has mass and takes up space by having volume. Matter is described as something that has mass and occupies space. All physical structures are made up of matter, and the state or process of matter is an easily observed property of matter. Strong, liquid, and gas are the three basic states of matter. Properties of matter: everything that exists is made up of matter. Atoms and substances are made up of minuscule pieces of matter. The atoms that make up the objects we see and touch every day are made up of matter. All that has mass and occupies space has volume is known as matter. The amount of matter in an object is measured by its mass. Table of contents: recommended videos, physical properties of matter, intensive and extensive properties of matter, chemical properties of matter, frequently asked questions, FAQs, recommended videos. What is matter? 19,380 states of matter, 71,377 physical properties of matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms and can be represented or explained as something that takes up space. It must display both the mass and volume properties. Properties are the characteristics that enable us to differentiate one material from another. A physical property is an attribute of matter that is independent of its chemical composition. Density, color, hardness, melting and boiling points, and electrical conductivity are all examples of physical properties. Any characteristic that can be measured, such as an object's density, color, mass, volume, length, malleability, melting point, hardness, odor, temperature, and more, are considered properties of matter. Intensive and extensive properties of matter: both the physical and chemical properties of matter are either extensive or intensive. Extensive properties including mass and volume are proportional to the amount of matter being weighed. Density and color, for example, are not affected by the amount of matter present. Intensive properties of matter: an intensive property is a bulk property, which means it is a system's local physical property that is independent of the system's size or volume of material. Intensive properties are those that are independent of the amount of matter present. Pressure and temperature, for example, are intensive properties. Extensive property of matter: a property that is dependent on the amount of matter in a sample is known as an extensive property. Extensive properties include mass and volume. The scale of the system or the volume of matter in it determines the extensive property of the system. Extensive properties are those in which the value of a system's property is equal to the sum of the values for the parts of the system.